Hey guys, welcome to the ORCA factory and walk you through from stage 1 to stage 5. And we're going to start with the steel. Come on in. It all starts here with our light gauge steel coils. G90 grade 50, which is the grade 50 stands for KSI. That's the strength of the steel, its yield strength and tensile strength. So this is grade 50, cold rolled, dipped light gauge steel. Comes in a coil like that on a decoiler. That coil has about 650, 700 lineal meters. So that is the equivalent 2,400 lineal feet of steel. So that goes through the machine. This is our cold roll CNC roll former. This is actually our own technology. These are our machines. It goes through various stages through the roll former to give it its bend and dimensional stability. Comes through here. The design is on the laptop. The laptop talks to the machine, which then cuts, punches, and actually drills precisely where all the rivet holes go. If you can see here, the machine punches the holes. Piece 1 and piece 2 have nowhere to go apart from the right spot. This is stage 1. This is framing stage. Today we've got a Swallow, 960 square feet. As you can see here, this is a framing, a galvanized steel, a G90, 5.5-inch studs. So this is the bones of our building. The roof's built the same way with 140 panels on a mono pitch. Super strong, you know, it's built like a brick. So we're inside the building, 2-bed, 2-bath, and it's one of our most popular models. Light gauge steel for the whole exoskeleton. G90 marine grade. The galvanization on the framing is meant to last about 100 to 200 years. So it'll way outlast a wood building. And you can see it's strong, it's solid, and when it goes together as a structure, it's super robust. 5.5-inch studs for the exterior wall. You can see our noggins. We also build inside of the studs, we put K-bracing for extra shear strength and stability, because this building goes on a highway and can go to some high seismic load places. So the extra diagonals between the studs give it that extra strength. The roof, again, mono pitch, back to back, 140 studs. They can handle some serious loads. And all our buildings, again, are engineered for local climatic codes to handle all the loads specific to that area. And 140 mil, by the way, is 5.5 inches. So 140 mil is the same as a 2x6 wood stud. In standard in all of our pods, we have big 16-foot sliders. We like to have lots of natural light, bring the outdoors in. But you can see the big opening here. This header right up here has been engineered to take the roof load and the snow load for that area. You can see we make our own headers, we make our own trusses, and you can see the header's quite deep. That's about 350 mil deep, and that's designed to take the load of the roof. If it needs extra strength or where it's going, you can make the header deeper, and you can plate it both sides with some extra steel to just make it that little bit extra stronger. The 2x4 interior walls, nice and strong. Some benefits about our light gauge steel structures is fire. It's obviously non-combustible. Fire doesn't really affect our light gauge steel. Wood is susceptible to rot. Obviously you've got steel bones, so if you have a flooding in here or any mold issues, it's not going to take a hold of the building because light gauge steel is an inorganic material. It's seismic. Our buildings perform really well in seismic conditions because with seismic, the heavier the building is, the more it's going to move with inertia. So our buildings are very lightweight, about 60% lighter than a traditional timber building. So it doesn't have as much weight to move around in an earthquake. And every joint and every rivet is predictable because one thing steel has is it has dimensional stability. So when you build it in the factory and that goes to the job site, it's going to be like that forever. All right, guys, we're going to go to stage 2. Let me show you the next phase of the build. We're at stage 2, interior insulation stage, and also exterior insulation stage. Our buildings actually have a warm frame envelope, which means they've got 4 inches of exterior insulation. So that's about an R18 exterior wall. And what that does is that's a complete thermal break around the entire building. And it keeps the dew point on the outside of the sheathing and the steel. So you're never gonna have moisture within our buildings. It's essentially like wearing a jacket in the winter. It keeps you warm and it's over your body. Once a guy told me putting insulation inside is like stuffing your ribs with insulation. So the way we do it is we put a jacket on it, and it's a complete thermal break. So on the outside, we have a 4 inches of EPS insulation. We 3M tape all the joints. Really important on quality control here, so you don't have any air leakage. And then on top of the insulation and the air barrier, we have our 1x4 diagonal strapping. A bonus of the diagonal strapping too is that it's diagonal, which gives the building another extra boost of rigidity when it's going down the highway or in an earthquake. It's supplementary, but it does have a structural effect on the building. So very strong. So insulation, rain screen, and now this building's going to be ready for standing seam siding. Just before insulation that you saw on the other side of the wall, we do put a plywood sheathing on the outside, and that is for shear strength for earthquakes to meet local code. Combined with the diagonal strapping, the plywood, and your K-bracing on the inside of the studs, again, super robust. This is the LightPod 400, and we've got a nice encapsulated covered patio to come out and chill. And this will have nice timber decking, nice big doors, some cedar accents, and a couple nice lights either side. On the inside here, again, like stage one, we still have exposed steel studs. So at this stage, rough and electrical is done, rough and plumbing is done, inspected and tested. And then what we have, once that's all done and signed off, then we cover the insulation with R20 bats. So the total insulation value of our buildings, the walls have an R37 insulation value and the roof has an R38 insulation value. And that far exceeds code. Will keep you nice and warm in the winter and nice and cool in the summer with your mini split system. Our buildings definitely qualify for step code 3. We can go all the way up to net zero. It just depends on the spec and the client's requirements. But just recently we had a step code 5 building delivered in Duncan, achieved really good results and a nice tight air test around 1 ACH. Again, light gauge steel on the walls, engineered headers, back-to-back roof studs, R20 bats. And again, if you look up here, you can see another engineered header designed to take the loads in that area. That header is plated with 2 mil steel on the outside and the inside, so very strong. We do use wood in certain areas where it works, where it's a better material for the job. So we do have wood bucking on the inside of our windows and doors, and what that does is that prevents a thermal break from the outside and condensation happening on the inside of the studs. This building is inspected and now it's ready for windows and doors and drywall. Our buildings are a great at dampening sound with that 4X exterior insulation and the internal bats. You can hear the factories going full swing at the moment and there's barely any noise in here. So super sound efficient. And we also insulate all our interior walls in our buildings too to prevent sound from one room to the other. So you can have a party in this pod and nobody will hear you outside. So stage 3 from the outside, 24 gauge standing seam metal going on the exterior. Big patio windows and doors are in. The windows are in on the other sides of all 4 sides of the building. Come on in. So we're on the inside, drywall's been complete, first coat of paint, all your trim is on. Your vinyl flooring is underneath this protectant. You can't see it, but it's well protected, and then we take it off after we're finished for final clean. Cabinetry is going in, various color options for cabinetry, matte white, matte gray, and some Tafisa light oak wood for the uppers. You can mix and match the cabinets in different colors to whatever your taste. We have 2 predetermined color schemes, twilight and daybreak, a light and a dark scheme, but you can mix and match any materials you want to create your own house. And this is a standard throughout our whole houses. It's not an upgrade. This is what's included in our starting price. 2 centimeter quartz throughout, and that's also a standard, and there's no upgrade charge for that. So really high quality cabinetry, nice soft closed drawers, birch boxes, nice pull tabs or black chrome or bronze handles, and you get a choice to choose what color you want. Another building at stage 3, siding's gone on, windows and doors, all the vents have been covered, cedar siding has been stained and installed. Nice big 16-foot patio sliders, and on the inside again, cabinetry is going in, flooring is being installed, and drywall is being completed. This is another Swallow getting delivered locally on Vancouver Island, so let's go inside and just show you a few little items. In this one, you can kind of see the flooring a little bit better. So this is wide plank vinyl flooring, super high quality. If you get up close to it, you can barely tell it's not even engineered hardwood. 90% of our clients choose the vinyl plank for the way it looks and how good it is to maintain. It doesn't show scratches and it won't warp underwater. And we have lots of different colors to choose from. This product is called Montrose. It's super nice. The client specifically asked for a fireplace in this one, gas stove. So we've installed a Napoleon gas stove. And because our buildings are so energy efficient and airtight, this will heat up this whole building pretty quickly. Bump out built for the fireplace. This hallway was widened to make it more accessible for wheelchairs and older people. Nice wide hallway, nice oversized doors. And this building is actually ready for its internal doors, which are over here. So these will be getting installed and painted within the next couple of days. Nice solid core doors, and you can paint them any color you like. I said nice 3 times though. Now we're at stage 4. This is the finished product. Siding's all complete. Roof is on, windows and doors installed, big patio sliders. Exterior sconces are installed too. And I'll take you in and show you just all the finishes of what you can expect. A complete ORCA pod. This is the Wren, 741 square feet, 1 bed, 1 bath, open kitchen living. Most of our pods come with an island, but the client opted out because of furniture layout. He wanted a bit of flexibility where he works, where he puts his furniture, and how he dines. So they left the island out here. Nice big L-shaped kitchen. Again, our standard cabinetry, Tafisa upper wood, lower gray cabinets, deep window ledges, and quartz countertops. And then we have the sink over here. So all our hardware is Delta Trinsic, black, white, or brushed nickel, Sil granite Blanco sink, so super durable. Fridge goes there, uppers for storage. We have 3 nice big windows here. A nice feature in our pods is that because we have that 4 inches of exterior insulation, we have these really nice deep feature window ledges. You can sit down, tie your shoes, you can put some ornaments on there, and they can be used for a couple different purposes, books, you name it. Windows and doors are Vinyltech, double pane, low argon E-windows. We have black on the outside. You have the option to have white on the inside or black. This client's got black everywhere, so it's a nice contrast between the white walls and the black windows. An important design feature of our pods is having lots of natural light and oversized windows and doors, 16-foot slider. You might have a nice deck, you might have a nice view. So that really brings the outdoors in, kind of blended in living with nature. There's a few upgrade options in our pod. The client opted for a nice oak door. It's an upgrade option and you can choose that if you wish. Over here is the bathroom. Quartz countertops, Olympus white, 3 centimeters, super nice and durable. Matte lower cabinets. Toilet, hot water tank goes in the closet. Some clients opt for an on-demand unit to save some space and get constant hot water if they have gas to the property. If you don't have gas to your property and you don't mind, you can go with our standard 40 or 50 gallon hot water tank. Over here, I have a really nice shower. Again, this is an upgrade option. Standard showers and bath come with a high-tech one piece, but you can opt for a custom tile shower. We have a really nice slim shower base, glass enclosure, and fully tiled all the way up to the ceiling. So some really nice tile work in here. Nice and spacious. You know, lots of room to have a shower. You could have a couple people in here. Scrub, scrub, scrub. In our pods is a heated towel rack. Really nice feature when you get out of the shower. It's a good proximity when you get out. Grab your nice warm towel and warm yourself up. So that's an upgrade option in our houses. Nice side door. Some people use this as their main entry. Some people use it as their back garden entry. So we have a main 16-foot slider over there, and we have a single 36-inch door with glass on this side, so you can get views from both spots. This is the master bedroom. Nice vaulted ceiling. All our pods come with vaulted ceilings, so we don't have flat ceilings, and that allows the space to have a bit more life, a bit more openness to it. It doesn't feel so small. Exterior accent lightings for the bed. You can turn these off for when you're reading a book or just a bit of nice lighting. Nice big transom with deep window ledge. Thank you guys for coming to the factory. It was nice to show you some different stages of our build. We are a little bit different in how we build. We're using modern technology, and it was nice to show you the different stages. So I hope you enjoyed that. We're a family operated business, Fraser family, so we're not a big corporate. If you want to take a closer look at our pods, we can book an appointment, bring you to the factory, show you some samples, show you our showroom and some of the products we have, walk you through a finished home. If you're thinking about a primary residence, a secondary suite, or a rental, we have lots of options, lots of floor plans, lots of different models. Some of our models are also customizable, so if there's some things you don't like or you want to change, we're more than happy to customize a floor plan that fits you. My name's Kirk. You can call me anytime. I'm more than happy to show you through our products and help you pick a house that will suit your needs.